Hey there, you're back. So what do we need products and services for? Well, we need to do something with them, right? So it's not enough to get a job done, but we need to get a pain relieved. So you know that people's motivations to prevent the pain from getting tougher on them is a big motivation to consume your value. So let's talk about pain relievers and what they are really. Pain relievers are a product or service that allows us to connect to a pain and then tell us how does it relieve the pain. So the exercise you want to go through in this example is pick a pain and pick one of the features that you put on the canvas and try to ask yourself the following question. How does feature A relieve pain B? And the answer to that is your pain reliever. You start with by doing X, or by performing X, or contributing X, or reducing Y, all right? Start with by, and so forth. And you'll have your answer. So if we look at our example from Southwest, go in and out in minutes through airports, right? So the 15-minute layover at the airport and the fact that we have no lounges, we're getting in and out in minutes through airports, and it helps not getting lost in the airport, right? So this is the connection in which the feature relieves a pain. Fly as much as a rich person would. You probably know the answer to that. So if we have one cabin class and we have half the price of a regular flight, we could fly as much as a rich person would, and it diminishes the pain of I'm ashamed because I don't have enough money, or flights are for rich people only, correct? So what's written on these notes is really your value to your customer. And I'll give you a tip moving forward. This is what they're paying you for, all right? Not this, not the product, not the service, but the value they're getting in the form of a pain reliever. So we see no frills booking, simple cancellation, no class differences on board. So whenever Jack hears that, he says, wow, amazing, you hit the target. I'll pay for that, or I'll go for that. Whenever you tell them point-to-point routes only, they may ask, but what does that mean? All right? And that's the big difference between a value, which speaks human language, and a feature that may speak some technical languages. All right? So now it's your turn to put your pain relievers and connect them to the right pains. Good luck. So the flip side of what we're seeing in the value proposition is that we're not just helping people get rid of their pains or relieve them, but we're helping them fulfill their dreams. And the game creators are all about getting those dreams up in the air. So a game creator or a dream maker is when you select a desired gain, where you look at that gain or that dream and you say, he's probably dying for this. And how are we going to help him, and with which feature or product is this going to happen? So do the same exercise. It's just a mirror flip. Pick a feature, feature A, and then pick dream B, and then ask, how will feature A fulfill dream B? And the answer to that is by doing or contributing and so forth, or enabling and whatever, and then you have your answer. This is the wording, this is your phrasing of your game creator. Your game creator is very important, and as you can see here, you pay for what you see. So direct sales, you pay for what you see, and it gets the agents away from the picture. And America's truly open for you because we lowered the price by half, and we're enabling you to land at secondary airports. So America's open for you, and it fulfills the dream of Niagara Falls and the Grand Canyon for Jack. And again, these are the statements for which customers would come to you, would buy from you, and so forth. All right? Now it's your turn, and we're going to finalize with game creators your entire value proposition to your customer. Good luck. So, tweaking time, it's time to self-assess one more thing. See, the most important thing about this is that with every value proposition that you design, you couldn't just design value for every pain that the customer has. You couldn't fulfill any dream that they have. You couldn't answer any job of theirs. If you remember, one of the first things we talked about when we talked about business model design was that we make the choices of what value we're going to create and where are we going to invest our time and effort into which problems. So it's time for you to basically sanity check your value against the customer problems. In this case, we have an example from one of the Siemens projects. But what we see here is that you need to draw an arrow or a connecting line between the gain creator or the pain reliever to the corresponding pain or gain on the customer profile. And please do not try to answer all pains or gains. Handpick the ones that are worth solving, relieving, or fulfilling, as if you were a buyer of problems, pains, and gains. Do that, and I'll meet you soon. One last tip. Probably you don't want to have more than a few. All right? I'll see you soon. Congrats! You have your value proposition 1.0. Amazing! You've been able to design as a team your customer profile, get into their mind, see the world through their eyes, and put their point of view in place. And now you've designed your value in specific, and you understood the difference between features, products, and services, and the pain relievers and game creators and so forth. You're a genius, for sure. But it's full of guesses. It's full of hypotheses. And the question is, which of those notes is true? Which of those notes isn't? In which of those notes we're going to find big surprise? And which of those notes are going to tumble down and collapse totally? Which of those notes matter more than others? And which of those are going to be replaced? And of course, the golden rule in value proposition design, certainly in this case, whenever the notes change in the customer profile, the notes in the value map should change correspondingly. And that's why validation and testing and customer discovery are very important. But for the time being, please don't fall in love with your canvas. Understand that it's full of assumptions, but let's move on to the business model design level. I'll see you there.